exactly what I want them to be. Is pretty much going out here into the real world.
Dog training is not a trick, but the trick is to make my dog very comfortable working out in the real world, just as he or she does in the living room. So Sean and I are taking Mina for a stroll around the block in the city of Jacksonville, Florida. I want her to get used to sights and sounds, and I want her to play those same games we're playing in the alleyway and at home.
Now, are you good girl? Okay. Then I say, free, yes, now let her go. And then we'll walk. So are you actually feeding her? Are you actually feeding her from a bowl, or are you actually feeding her like, you know, as you be in the kind of both? Okay. Because I like my client the other day, we were training dogs, and he's just getting to the point. He got this dog, a German Shepherd. He's got a German Shepherd, but he's like a year, almost a year. And they definitely have. Yes. That's your ball. Good girl. Yeah, good girl.
You don't always have to give a dog food. You should use toys as well.
And get her to be where she, you know, she's not afraid, you know, to go out here in the public and play the game.
Playing the game at your home is always fun. But in the end, if you want your dog to perform anywhere, everywhere, you should play the game anytime, anywhere, everywhere, if you get what I'm saying. The game should be played in unfamiliar places. This will take your puppy over the top. This will make your puppy become an adult dog that plays that game. But we have to remember and stay in reality ourselves that when we have these high expectations, we're still dealing with little puppies who can't focus. This is a result of that here. Many people do not understand that there is a difference between show dogs and working dogs. Now imagine you say, hey, this is a purebred German Shepherd or a purebred Doberman, etc. And you buy them out of the newspaper. Craigslist. There's a possibility that you could get a good dog that someone bought, but what's the chances of someone spending top dollar on a dog and sending him to the pound, or just selling him on Craigslist? There's not a good chance that is happening. So here, when we go out into the public, we begin to play games with different items. Right here, we took a stick and threw it on the ground just to see what Mina just pick up the stick. Once she picked up the stick, I began to make those same sounds that we were making with the other toys, making the game fun and drive. And you could see her wanting to take the stick away and build possessiveness with that stick. She liked it. I want this dog to enjoy to play the game anywhere, everywhere, with anything, including the stick, the ball, keys, and more. Just as you've seen there, we took the stick away because the stick is not to stay with the dog, just to carry it a little bit. But the stick is a part of our games. You only play the game when you're with a game player. Dog training for us is not a formal class where we repetitively have the dog go into a sit, go into a sit, go into a sit, few paces a sit. It's just going out here into the real world, getting used to the environmental sounds, seeing those things that are in the real world. This will make your dog become that adult dog that is very stable. This is where the magic begins and evolves. With the young puppies, we like to find out all of the things that makes them afraid. Like these garbage cans, you'll find dogs afraid of garbage cans, even fire hydrants. I can't begin to tell you why, but I know that it's imperative that at a very young age, we let them see those things. That we play the game around them. That we let them smell them and become comfortable with those things being in their view, in their space. That is a part of dog training. Just like teaching a dog to come or sit. Sean and I are taking Mina out into the public. And we're exposing her. So that she becomes a great all-around dog. These are some of the things that I would require you do with your puppy at a very young age. Many people keep their dog cooped up into a home or apartment or a cage in the outback. And then one day, they take the dog on a walk and the dog see a tire or some cars and the dog begin to pull back on the leash. He's ready to flight. Flight means he's ready to run. And some dogs want to bite the tires or chase the cars. But you didn't have time to shape behavior to teach the dog to ignore those things. He's ready to make them his prey. Prey is something he want to pounce on. Here Mina's biting on the legs of her master, and I'm going to show him how to stop that when she does that again. I'll be lifting her leash off his leg. But I don't want to encourage her to do it. I want her to do it on her own. And at that time, I will address the behavior as he's doing here with a sit. Marker, reward, praise. I want to ask the dog to do something that she does at home and knows when she least expects it. Or when she's in limited distractions like you see here. I'll mark it, reward, and praise once again. As you can see, this puppy is very confident with what she's learned. She's learned that if she exhibits those desired behaviors, range of motion of sit and down, she can please herself with a reward. And she does. Yes! You always tell me you're doing that. Good girl. Hold up. Necessary, always do a treatment this program. Still on word again. Turn around. Just hold it there until she lets it loose. By the back of the harness, lift off on the ground. Push it, hold it there. Just hold it there.
gonna wait till she drop it. She's gonna let loose in a second. That tells me that dog is gonna have everything you need to do the bite work. You don't have to always do it just every now and then because the game only happens when it's serious. You know, you put it in their mind, you teach them the fundamentals of biting, re-gripping, all the things that can happen in the battle or the fight. Just build it up until she becomes an adult. And she's, you know, ready for the fight. She's, you know, immature, she's just a pup. But she's showing all of the things that you want to see, characteristics.